Legal effect of the valid marriage. A marriage is a commitment made by two individuals who wish to live out their entire life together. Now, in addition to being a social and family gathering that can be highly charged emotionally, there are legal ramifications for both the married couple and their divorce. Some of such legal effects are: the parties acquire the status of being married. A person who contracts a marriage under the Act acquires the status of a married person, and such person is incapable of contracting another marriage during the lifetime or subsistence of the marriage. However, such individuals are able to contract another marriage in the event of death of their spouse or a divorce. This rule flips sideways when it comes to customary marriage, as a man can contract another marriage with another woman who is unmarried, whether under customary law or under the Act. Choice of names. There is a misconception about the requirement for change of name on marriage in Nigerian society. Now, it should be noted that the wife, just as the husband, is not under any legal obligation to change their name after the celebration of their marriage ceremony, as mandating the woman to change her name to the husband's name would be interpreted as discriminatory. Consequently, a woman can choose to stick to her maiden name, change to her husband's name, or change to any name for that matter. As an extension of this right, the right to bring an action after divorce proceeding by the husband that the wife should cease to use his name does not reside in the husband. Single legal personality in marriage under the Act, both spouses are now regarded as one person under law. Generally, a spouse is compellable to give evidence against the other under the law as covered in Section 175 of the Evidence Act. However, such compellability will only not require the consent of the other spouse. It is an offense against the other spouse or sexually related, and conversely, the consent of the other spouse is required in every other offense not committed against the other person or sex related. 182, subsection 1 and 2 of the Evidence Act captures this. The wife acquires the domicile of the husband. Domicile simply means a place where an individual has a permanent residence or where they intend to live permanently after their current sojourn. Couple who celebrate their marriage in Nigeria but live in the United Kingdom with the aim, however, of returning to Nigeria in the future have Nigeria as their domicile. On the celebration of marriage, the wife acquires the domicile of the husband. Privileged communication between the spouses. The law protects the spouse from being summoned by the court to give evidence of matters within their knowledge, which they have acquired during the pendency of the marriage. While they are competent persons to give evidence of such matters in court, the law prohibits the court from compelling them to give evidence of such matters. Section 182, subsection 3 and 4 of the Evidence Act covers this. The companionship and conjugal rights. The parties in a marriage have a right to each other's companionship and enjoyment of conjugal rights. If a spouse is denied their right, they can approach the court for enforcement. Now, presumption of legitimacy of children given birth to during the pendency of the marriage. All the children given birth while the spouses are married to each other are regarded as children of the marriage unless the contrary is provided with overwhelming evidence. Right to maintenance. Generally, the husband in the marriage has the right to provide accommodation and reasonable maintenance for his wife during the pendency of the marriage. Special duty spouses are to appreciate, be faithful to, and support one another. Now, they don't always need to reside in the same house, but they do need to live together. For instance, they might live in separate places but still have similar long-term objectives, such as enjoying the same hobbies, starting a family, being in a committed relationship, and so on.